Have you ever felt like something's missing? Like you're just going through the motions without that spark of excitement? Or perhaps there are times when your body is present, but your mind seems to be somewhere else? It's like you're just getting by each day, and activities that used to bring you joy aren't as enjoyable anymore. You might feel a bit directionless, lacking in joy, not quite burnout, but not exactly pumped up either. If any of this resonates with you, you might be dealing with something called languishing. Languishing refers to a state of being characterized by a lack of vitality, engagement, or enthusiasm. It often involves feeling stuck, unfulfilled, or what people like to call it feeling meh. So a little history about the term languishing. It was actually popularized by psychologist Corey Keyes, who introduced this term in his research to describe a state that falls between depression and thriving. Keyes' research brought attention to the experiences of individuals who might not meet the criteria for a clinical depression but still struggle with their emotional well-being. His work also highlighted the importance of addressing this middle ground to promote mental well-being and overall quality of life. So dear friends, remember that not being depressed doesn't automatically mean you are well. Similarly, not experiencing burnout doesn't necessarily imply that you're pumped up. Languishing can disrupt our concentration, diminish our drive, and even elevate the risk of depression. Rather than letting it evolve into something more serious, let's take proactive steps to overcome it. And here are the 7 strategies to transform languishing into flourishing. Make sure you watch until strategy number 7 because it's what we believe to be the most crucial step you cannot miss in your journey to combat languishing. Number 1. Be honest about your emotions. Recognizing and accepting your true feelings is the foundational step in combating languishing. It helps you truly understand your emotions and it serves as a solid starting point for a positive change. But this step can be hard because society often discourages open discussions about negative emotions. Most of the time, when people ask how we are, our default response is usually I'm fine or I'm okay, even if we're not. This can hinder us from finding out the root cause of our emotional struggles and dealing with the real issue. After some time, this can make us feel even more alone and stagnant. Acknowledging our feelings, especially the uncomfortable ones, requires courage and self-compassion. But this step is crucial because when we avoid being truthful about our feelings, we are actually ignoring them. If we don't admit we're having a hard time, it's difficult to move towards improvement. So be honest about how you feel, and then you are prepared to move forward and turn languishing into flourishing. Number 2. Focus on small goals. When life doesn't feel exciting, starting anything can feel tough. And this is where the power of focusing on small goals comes into play. Breaking tasks down into small and achievable goals is like transforming them into stepping stones that boost our confidence and help us regain momentum. Each time we achieve a small goal, we reinforce the idea that we're capable of progress, even if it's just a little bit at a time. And as we accumulate these small wins, we'll find ourselves gradually stepping out of the state of languishing and into a realm of positive change. It's about recognizing that even on days when motivation is low, taking a small step forward can ultimately lead to much greater achievements. So don't underestimate the impact of these little steps because they hold the potential to reignite your drive and guide you towards a path of flourishing. Number 3. Set aside some uninterrupted time. Setting aside uninterrupted time for ourselves can be a game changer in a battle against languishing. When we allow ourselves to disconnect from the digital noise and prioritize a focused activity, we create a space for genuine engagement and mindfulness. This could involve reading a book, practicing a hobby, or simply enjoying a peaceful walk. The key is to do something that genuinely brings us joy. Such uninterrupted moments provide a chance for us to recharge, recenter, and gain clarity. More importantly, this time serves as a reminder that we deserve dedicated moments of self-care. It's not just about the activity itself, it's about granting ourselves permission to prioritize our own well-being. Put aside all work-related tasks and responsibilities during this special time. Don't let guilt creep in. This time is all about self-care and giving yourself the nurturing you deserve. It's not about being productive or ticking off your to-do list. It's about revitalizing your inner self. Are you learning something new so far? We hope to add value to you through our videos, and if you have learned something new, we would truly appreciate your support by hitting that subscribe button. Your subscription helps keep our channel going and allows us to continue creating valuable content for you. Number 4. Mindfulness. Mindfulness can be a powerful antidote to the feeling of languishing. It's all about focusing on the present moment and fully immersing ourselves in whatever we're doing. When we practice mindfulness, we break free from the cycle of constant distraction and multitasking. Instead of hopping from task to task, we give our undivided attention to one thing at a time. This not only boosts our energy, but also enhances the quality of our work. On the contrary, when we try to do multiple things at once, our attention becomes fragmented and scattered. It leads to inefficiency, stress, mental fatigue, and feelings of overwhelm, which then further exacerbate the languishing experience. So start practicing mindfulness today. It doesn't require any fancy techniques. It's simply about being present and engaged. Number 5. Find meaning in what you do. Whether it's the work you do, the hobbies you pursue, or the interactions you have, they all have the potential to make a difference. There's meaning waiting to be uncovered. Finding meaning doesn't necessarily require starting something entirely new, because very often the key lies in finding meaning in what you are already doing. A study conducted in 2019 revealed that employees who perceive their work as meaningful often display increased job satisfaction, engagement, and overall psychological well-being. This implies that discovering significance and meaning in what we do has the potential to alleviate feelings of stagnation and detachment, which are often linked to feelings of languishing. So take a moment to pause and reflect on how your actions can impact the lives of others. Embrace the opportunity to make the best out of each situation by understanding the value it holds. By infusing intention and a sense of purpose in what you do, even routine tasks can take on new significance. Hey, are you still with us? We're going to reveal very shortly what we think is the most important step in combating languishing, so make sure you stick around till the end. Alright, number 6. Connect with others. Human beings are social creatures, and our connections with others play a crucial role in our emotional well-being. Studies actually found that social interactions stimulate the release of feel-good hormones like oxytocin and serotonin, which can boost our mood and overall mental health. Therefore, when we engage in social interactions, whether it's with friends, family, colleagues, or even strangers, it helps in alleviating feelings of isolation and loneliness. Even if it's just a simple conversation, collaborative work, or participating in group activities, connecting with others provides a sense of purpose and engagement that counteracts the sense of disconnection that comes with languishing. Spending time with others also reminds us that we're not alone in our struggles and that there's a supportive network around us. These connections can provide emotional validation, empathy, and a sense of belonging while breaking the cycle of stagnation and isolation that languishing can bring. Now, as promised, we are revealing one of the most crucial steps that you cannot miss in the battle against languishing. Number 7. Celebrate small wins. In the midst of our fast-paced world, it's common to feel overwhelmed from time to time by the multitude of pending tasks and the considerable gap between where we stand and our desired goals. Frequently, when we perceive our objectives and tasks as unachievable, we can easily slip into a state of languishing. We feel like everything is pointless and far from reach. And this is where the significance of celebrating small victories comes into play. These small wins act as stepping stones that propel us forward, building momentum and boosting our confidence. They allow us to reclaim a sense of control. They serve as evidence that progress is possible, even when it might feel like we're not moving forward. It reinforces self-compassion because when we choose to show grace to ourselves, we acknowledge that it's okay not to have it all figured out, and we honor the effort we put in regardless of the outcome. This self-kindness provides a buffer against the negative self-talk and perfectionists that often accompany languishing. So start celebrating all your victories, be it great or small, because through every celebration, you are actually reframing your perspective, shifting the focus from what's not working to what is working. It also serves as a reminder that progress, no matter how big or small, is worth acknowledging and celebrating. Do you remember earlier in the video, we discussed about being honest with your feelings and how society isn't fostering a conducive environment for us to do that? Check out the video here on the dangers of toxic positivity and how it can escalate into something more serious if left unchecked. Subscribe if you'd like to watch more content like this. Bye!